Welcome to the show. I am Baker Online. You guys, it's Wednesday, Ash Wednesday. Peace be with you. Welcome to a new show. This is the first full-length stream. If you watched yesterday's stream, thank you. That was just a test. It was just a test to see, just a little sprinkle of seasoning for what's to come. As we progress, we'll develop into something much greater, much better. As the audience grows, it's gonna be dope. Yeah. So, how are you guys doing? How's everybody doing? Where's chat? No chat. All right. So check this out. Last night's stream was fun. I had fun. If you're new to the show, which pretty much 99.9% of you guys are, we have different segments. Obviously, this right here, introduction. I don't have a title for the show yet. I don't have a name for it yet. I need you guys to help me create a title. So if you have any suggestions, recommendations, comment down below. Look at this. I mean, it's kind of weird how I'm holding it, but look, it's a Gemini cup. That's hot cocoa. So yeah, I'm your host, Baker Online. You guys are gonna help me create a title. It'll come to us. Don't worry about it. Let's not stress out about it. Yeah, last night's stream was very successful. It was successful and fun. Let's talk about pros and cons. Pros, I love the structure that I have. You know, you have your introduction, and then the first segment that follows is called Why is Everybody So Mean? Why is everybody so mean? I just love it. And then we try to find solutions that are helpful and kind for every walk of life. Okay? That's the first segment. And then the second segment is called, I don't know the name of it by heart, guys. Give me a break. It's called Good Loaves Rising. And this is where I share stories that you for sure haven't heard about. And they're cheesy, maybe they're super beautiful, cheerful, random, interesting. So I want to cover about 3 stories per show, okay, on that segment. So intro. First segment, why is everybody so mean? Intro, first segment, why is everybody so mean? Second segment, good loaves rising. Hence the whole bakery theme, right? And then for the very next segment, excuse me, I'll be doing interviews. And I'm down to interview anybody. If you have a fascinating story, or maybe you're just a brilliant mind, or maybe you created something cool, or you're an inventor, whatever it is, and you want to tell your story live on air, DM me. I don't think YouTube has an inbox, so you can definitely hit me up on X. Hit me up on X is where I'll read most of the messages, or TikTok. Same name, Baker Online. You can only find me across those 3 platforms: YouTube, TikTok, X. All right. So if you're interested in getting interviewed and being on air live, message me there. Okay. So that's our third segment. And depending on who I'm talking to, that the fourth segment could be just going over a few things that I found interesting over the past few days, and vice versa. And then it'll come to a close for the show, have our little outro, and yeah, that'll be it. Now the cons. So yeah, the pro was I love the structure. The cons are that first stream, the synchronicity of the video and the audio was terrible. It was not good. I mean, it wasn't horrible. It just sucked. I had to go, like, if I wanted to post a clip, which I did, clips on over TikTok and X, I had to like go on iMovie and fix it because the audio was just bad. So hopefully with this stream I fixed it. I did my best. I'll continue to tweak it, whatnot. But if you guys know a lot about OBS and YouTube streaming and you have the answer, hit me up. Let me know, dude. All right, guys, let's jump right into it. Why is everybody so mean? If you watched last night's stream, we were going over two individuals that I didn't know about at all. Pierce Morgan and Congressman something fine. I forgot his first name, but definitely tune into that stream. It was pretty funny. The whole topic was having to choose between a dog and a Muslim. Just saying that out loud is crazy. Definitely go check out that stream. It's pretty funny and pretty interesting. But that's a real topic people are talking about right now. It's weird. All right. So for this episode of Why Is Everybody So Mean? Here we have a post on X by China Post. Now, I don't know how things go in China, but let me read the post and we can pretty much agree that it's universal. Okay? Oh yeah, another con too is like I be smacking my lips too much. I gotta stop doing that. And maybe moving the mic too much. I don't know, whatever. All right, so by China Post, his wife was caught in the act of betrayal. He unleashed his fury while waiting for the police to arrive. The two traitors stood frozen, paralyzed in a state of absolute weakness. Now, before we press play, just the way the terms are, the statement is Chinese. This is not how America journalists or citizens write their descriptions on a post. Let's just get that out the way. But again, with the whole dogs versus Muslim thing, I was a little ignorant because I don't have any friends that are Muslim, and I don't have any friends that are Chinese. So I'm mostly ignorant on a lot of things. But anyways, and then after we watch this videos, we'll give our deep dive, go into detail, and then come up with a solution. All right, let's go ahead and pause our very cool epic music, and let's watch this, guys.
你兩個依家喺度做咩？你老母㗎喺我鋪頭做嘢，你喺度偷情，一次又一次，你就唔家產你，我屌你老母啊！依家。 講嘢冇得鬧，你就唔家產。我錄住啊！
Bro, the music.
我會打發抖音啊！依家。
He looks right at her like, bro, why is he here? Huh? Waiting for the police to arrive. Look at his hand, he's like.
發咗群仲唔知 ，high 啲個群啊！呢頭刪咗，呢頭仲搞呢啲咁嘅閪嘢。
Bro's pointing at her.
我同你講，男人親，你一毫子都攞唔到，我同你講。你慢慢啦，你哋。
All right, let's talk about it, bro. All right, first thing first, look at the restaurant they're in. It's deserted. It is empty. They have the place to themselves. The drinks are flowing. The food is coming. The music is playing. The lighting is lighting. And look at them. Cozy as can be. Can I zoom in? No, I can't. Look at them, bro. In love. If I was just walking by, what's something in China that they make? Orange chicken. If I'm over there getting some orange chicken and I see these guys, I'm thinking they're in love. Look at them. Wait. Look at them. They're in love. Aww. Look. Bro. They're in love. All right. So that's first thing first. It's a perfect picture. Picture perfect. Now look at this. Bam. You went. Blah. Watch. Look. It looked like he gave him. It looked like he gave him a 2-piece. It was a 2-piece, bro. All right, look. So the homie gives him a 2-piece. So wait. Let's read this description again. His wife. This is the wife. That's the wife. Was caught in an act of betrayal. This is so Chinese. This is like a manga, bro. He unleashed his fury while waiting for the police to arrive. Huh? This has to be a Chinese thing. I'm about to look it up. Wait. What do the Chinese police have to say about cheating? Wait, here we go. Cheating spouses. Let's see what Google AI has to say. In China, infidelity is generally considered a moral issue rather than a criminal one, with police really intervening unless the affair involves violence, public disorder, or the spouse of a military officer. While not a crime, adultery is a valid ground for divorce, allowing the wronged party to seek compensation. Okay, well... Okay, well then that's trippy. Why? So the guy catches his wife cheating on him, but he's waiting for the police to arrive. Maybe because he was about to snap on this guy, right? He's like, "Bro, I already smacked you. I want to do more to you, but instead, I'm gonna have the cops come here." But what are the cops gonna do? I don't really understand that. We'll read the comments in a bit. The two traders. Here we go. Stood frozen in a state of absolute weakness. Now here's the thing, dude. The husband smacked the crap out of lover boy over here. Look, he's going, ow, you hurt me. But look at the wife. Hand over the shoulder. That's not just weak. That's not weakness. That is disrespectful. Damn, dude. Even after the husband smacks him and catches them in the act, she's holding him down. That's actually insane. Let's continue. And I think it's so funny that he's a pointer. I mean, obviously being cheated on sucks. I feel like we've all been cheated on at least one time. Maybe we even cheated one time. Okay. It's a terrible feeling. It sucks. We don't know look at her though. Look at her. She looks like, bro, why are you killing the vibe? Look, she's dressed up. He's just chilling with his white tee. They got one beer. That might be for him. We'll find out. If there's more beers. Oh, there's another. Oh, look. She even soothes him. It's okay, baby. I'm sorry my husband smacked you. Like, what the fuck, bro? Someone moved out their chair in the background, dude. Did you guys hear that? Look at her. I'm really good at reading eyes, okay? Reason why I have these on. I don't want you guys looking at my eyes. Cause look at her eyes. Let's get a zoom in. Zoom in. Now, right now I can't zoom in, but on the clips I'll zoom in. Look at her. She does not care about him anymore. Look at his eyes. Aww. His eyes tell a story, bro. He looks like a little kid. Like he misses his mom. Oh. Oh, he goes, get your hand off him. Wife spills the drink and she goes, and then the waiter, why is the waiter on standby, bro? Oh, let me grab this. She doesn't stop the fight. She doesn't intervene. She's like, let me pick up this mess. Look, she had beer. The husband spilled beer all over his wife's face. She's like, look at her. She's just like, yeah, she doesn't care about him, bro. The husband, the one that's recording. But Loverboy over here, he has no backbone, but he also seems like a child at heart, and he doesn't really want to cause harm. I know they're speaking Chinese, but it sounded like he said, call your mother. So there might be something to it. Might be something to it. Why are people so mean? This is actually really crazy. Damn, look at him. Look at this. The husband is like this with his phone. He's like that, recording him. And he's looking at her like, what do you think he's even saying in his eyes? Because he's telling her something. Like, does he not know that she was married? Wait, is there a ring on that finger? We'll keep an eye out for that. He's like, are you going to continue recording? Are you going to take your wife? Are you going to leave? What are you going to do? He's like this. He's like, did he say call the police? He had to have said that, right? Because he's like, huh? And then he grabs his phone. Call the police. And she's like, call the police on her. She a cheater. She's a hoe. That's what he said. Okay, look at this. Look at this. All right, guys. All right. So I want to read the comments in a bit, but let's come up with a peaceful solution, because someone can watch this video and they could pick any one side here. There's so many scenarios, and at the end of the day, we truly don't know exactly the reality of these guys' existence. We don't know what's going on in their lives. For all we know, a hypothetical, right? It could be like allegedly like he's a terrible husband, right? Maybe he's just a terrible husband and he's abusive, maybe physically or emotionally. And someone can go, well, look, he spilled his drink on her. That's abuse. And then you have an argument going, well, he's freaking angry. His girlfriend didn't cheat on him. His wife cheated on him. Okay. And then it could be that the wife, maybe the husband's in the clear. Maybe he's a hard worker and he isn't abusive, but the wife is just bored. She's no longer in love with him. Maybe this lover boy is her work husband. See what I'm saying? And so it could be people choose sides all the time. And then there's guys that go, hey man, hate the game, not the player. But this guy is not giving player. He's not giving player. He's giving, oh, I love this girl. I didn't know she was married. Now, I couldn't see if this girl had a ring on her finger or not to show that she's married. So I can't really say that. But look, here's the reality of it. We know that there's a married couple here, and she betrayed him. And this is where we're gonna come. This is where we're gonna come with a solution, guys. Let me start off with this, fellas. Let me speak to the fellas for a second here. If you are married, because like it or not, humans are humans, and we all share that. So I don't want to hear that there's differences. Okay, I take that back. There is differences, but we're humans at the end of the day. That's why I'm kind of being a hypocrite. So my fellas, let me talk to you for a second. So scratch everything I just said, bro. Scratch everything I just said. Now look. If your girl cheats on you, these are not the barbarian days, bro. We're not barbaric. We cannot move in such a way that is prehistoric. Okay, those were different times, different measures, different laws, different rules of reality. Okay, we're in some. These are different times, guys. We're in 2026. Let's wrap it up. If your girl cheats on you, what does that say? It says that she made a mistake. One, she made a mistake. People make mistakes. Number two, she made a move. She either made a mistake or she made a move. The move to move on. Did she do it correctly? No. So that goes back to what we first said, a mistake. She's mistakenly making a bad choice without thinking things through. Some people don't think things through. And so what if people are low IQ? That means they're not as intelligent as someone with a higher IQ. Therefore, the person with the higher IQ should have more patience, a better understanding of chilling and relaxing. Now, let's just say for fun's sakes, these guys are all low IQ. Let's just say that for example. Okay. So when you guys watch this video, you can learn something going forward in life. If you get cheated on, you go, this is not worth my time. It is not worth your peace. For many reasons. One, this is your existence, and whatever choices you make is going to affect your path going forward. Do you want to make a mistake that's going to cost you your life? You hear it all the time. People making the wrong choices that lead them to prison or lead them out of this earth. And you don't want to do that, you know? Now, you should definitely especially if you're married. If your wife cheats on you, you definitely got to confront her. But are you sober-minded? That's the key right there. I think we're clicking, guys. Are you sober-minded? Because if you're angry, if you're filled with a rage or an emotion, or you're just heartbroken over the matter, because we don't even know how he found out about this, right? We don't know how he found out about this. But here's the thing. If you're not sober-minded, you're going to make a mistake. That's just how it is. You're going to make a mistake, bro. So let's say you found out your wife's cheating on you. Get yourself in a cold shower. Do some push-ups. Talk to a friend. You don't go making plans while you were in a rage. You just don't do it. You just don't do it. Okay? Now, we're not even going to talk about Loverboy over here because we don't even know his situation. If he's a player and he's just getting with girls, no matter if they're married or not, then those kind of people, we're going to get to him in a second if that's the case. If he's just lollygagging, had no idea he's with some girl he likes, and he's innocent. It is not his fault. And in this video, he did a good job of not overreacting. He just let it happen. It looked like he found out information during this conversation, and he did a good job. Let's give him a round of applause. His eyes screamed, "Mom, Mom, Mom, help, Look at him. Mom. Now her, woman, ladies, get in the comment section. Talk to me. Let's admit it. Sometimes you're in a relationship and it gets boring. It gets boring. You're tired of him. He does the same thing over and over again. He doesn't even notice your hair, right? You did your hair a different way. He didn't even notice it. But when he's down at the mall and he sees a beautiful girl, he's checking her out up and down. And then you go, he doesn't even look at me the same. Because looking at other people is completely normal. Let's get that straight. Eyes on the prize, 100%. But let's not act stupid. People are people. We people watch all the time. But ladies, if you are bored in a relationship, what we need to do as a society is encourage courage, encourage confidence, encourage able to stand tall and to call it quits. I'm sorry, babe. I highly enjoy these 6 months or a couple years, especially if it's been a couple years. That's going to hurt somebody's heart if only one person feels that way, right? You're going to feel a type of way. But we need to encourage the ladies. You know what? Scratch that for all people. If you're not happy with your significant other, we need to encourage you to have the courage and the confidence to walk away. Because you're playing a game that is not fair. It's just not fun. I don't even want to say it's dangerous, even though it is. And it's stupid that we have to say that, but we should get to a point where it's not dangerous anymore. It's just not fair. Okay. Now let's flip it a little bit. Let's say the husband is abusive and she's afraid of breaking up with him because of what his actions may be. Well, then what is the solution there? Why are people so mean? We have to come up with something where this lady, or anyone for that matter, feels safe. You don't want to stay. It happens. We know it. We know people that are in relationships, or maybe we don't know, but there's people in relationships that are afraid to break up because they're afraid of what's going to happen. Am I going to get hurt? Obviously, this guy was mad enough to spill the drink all over her. That's not cool, but he was upset. But again, these people don't have the steps. No one has the steps. So I'm going to say it right now. There needs to be, you know how when there's trouble, who do we call? What numbers do we dial? 911. When there's a fire or a gas leak, what numbers do we dial? 911. Why isn't there a number we dial when it's tailored to this? There has to be different sectors. I think as we move forward in this simulation, we need different sectors in law enforcement and an understanding where women and men feel safe. It's not all right. It's not okay. The last thing I'll say is there is sick people out there that just like the thrill of it. Maybe this doesn't look like it, but there is situations where people seek it. They seek the trouble. They seek the danger. Now, those people, we need to have a whole nother discussion on that. Because there's people out there like that. They just want trouble. But I can say this much. This gentleman over here, for the most part, he doesn't seem like he wants trouble. She looks like she's over it. The husband seems like he's over it. So it's not really that kind of scenario here on that situation. So let's see what the comments have to say about these two traders. He's wasting his time. She clearly has zero feelings left for him. She loves the new guy even more than the new guy loves her. 100%. You can see. She had her arm over his shoulder the entire time. Half the time. She has no remorse. Yeah, look at that face. And for people, check this out. I want to say this too. For people to go, oh, that's unfair. You're reading her face or you're reading her eyes and coming up with a conclusion. Bro, you can, for the most part, you can tell when someone's guilty. You got to look at someone's eyes and be like, oh, you got demons. Or you can feel someone's aura and go, wait a minute. You just made my day better. Yo, or let me get a hug, bro. That's a real thing. So you cannot dismiss that. People who dismiss that or either low IQ. And again, we can't make fun of people. There's people more brilliant than me. If someone goes, oh, let me son you, let me little bro you. Bro, it is what it is. Maybe certain words are triggering, but bro, be okay to be a student. Be okay to be a student. It's okay. No matter what age you are, you're going to continue to learn. So on this episode, why is everybody so mean? We need to just learn to encourage each other. I think that's the number one thing is be encouraging. Take a breath. And again, if you're angry, go take a cold shower. Go do some push-ups. Go read a book. Do not make a decision until you're sober-minded. Let's read a few more comments here. The waiter cleaned up those glasses he threw at her real quick. That's top-tier service. Leaving a nice Yelp review. Dude, for real. She just spawned out of nowhere. It was like a movie scene, honestly. With the music, the scenery. It was for all we know, that could have been fake too. It could have been scripted, but it seemed like a real genuine reaction. All right, guys. That was the why is everybody so mean? It's no longer hot cocoa. It's warm cocoa. Warm cocoa, dude. All right. Let's go on to our next segment of Good Loaves Rising. Who's ready for this? If you watched last night's stream, we went over just the topic of the first story we're going to tell today about a dog saving a 3-year-old. A dog saving a 3-year-old. So we're going to get into it. It's going to be really cool, very fun story. Oopsie daisy. All right, so looky here. And it's cool because a lot of these stories no one's really heard of. And write down in the comment down below what do you guys think about these stories. All right, so check this out. Picture this. Louisville, Kentucky, January 7th. A 3-year-old boy wanders off. The parents can't find him. Police are out searching, knocking on doors. Even a Ring camera gives a lead. But the real hero, a mysterious neighborhood dog. Look at it. A mysterious neighborhood dog. Okay? By the way, no owner is stepping up yet on who owns this dog. Still a mystery. And again, this happened on January 7th. It is the 18th. So this pup shows up out of nowhere, barking at the officer. Like, woof, woof. Let me translate that, woof, woof. Follow me. The officer is a self-proclaimed dog guy. So he has a thing for the pups. He trusts his gut, the officer, and he follows the dog. The dog trots ahead, leads him straight to a parked car in the neighborhood, sits right by the back of the bumper. The officer looks inside. There's the little boy, safe and sound in the back seat, unharmed. Body cam catches it all. Officer laughing in relief. One saying, Lassie found him. It's like a real life TV hero. And get this, the dog, it vanishes. Vanishes without a trace. So thank God for that dog. Let's take a good look at the video footage that they have here.
We're back with the good stuff tonight. The story of a dog that hasn't been claimed or identified, but is most definitely a hero tonight. And we've got the video to prove it. It comes via police body cam footage from Louisville last month. A missing 3-year-old child. More than a half dozen officers on the search. They sent up a helicopter, but had no luck until this happened.
Oh, what's up, dude? There's a dog. Where's he at? Let's go.
That's Officer Josh Thompson responding to a dog that seemed to have something important to say.
And led me all the way back to the backyard. At that point, I'm thinking, okay, this kid's in this backyard.
And sure enough,
the dog went right to the back bumper. Check the rear here. Goes to the back bumper and just sat there.
Yeah, he's right here.
After a quick lesson in car locks,
Grab and pull it. There we go! I don't think I've ever seen a happier kid in my life. He jumped out of the car, bear hugged my neck, and wouldn't let go.
Good job, buddy.
The dog had cracked the case.
Glad he found you.
And I don't know where the dog came from, but it was a blessing from God that day.
And here's the thing about that dog. Officer Thompson says he'd been patrolling that neighborhood for 2 years and had never seen the dog before that moment, and he hasn't seen the dog since that day. And to this very day, the department still does not know who the dog belongs to.
What a story, right, guys? What a story, bro. Imagine being a parent, dude. Maybe not even a parent. Maybe you're babysitting. Maybe it's an occupation that you have where you babysit kids, or you're a teacher, or you're taking care of your little bro, your little cousin, 3-year-old, and then the 3-year-old just goes missing. That has to be a terrible feeling that I pray never happens to any of you guys. It's an awful feeling. A 3-year-old just learned how to walk, by the way. And obviously, the parent or whoever is in charge of the child, the guardian, had called the cops, right? Because the police were there already on the scene. And then a dog appears out of nowhere and barks at the officer. Who knows if the dog barked at anybody else, right? It's like when dolphins know when a woman's pregnant. Animals just have this feeling when it comes to certain humans. There's actually this one video. There's a lot of AI versions of it, but there's one video where there's a bunch of people in the room and a dog decides who the owner is, right? It's like an adopt me place for dogs. And the dog chooses who its owner is. And I think that's actually a really brilliant idea. I like that idea. I might even do that in the future. But anyways, this dog decides to let the officer know, hey, I feel what you trying to, I feel what you're, why you're here. Let me lead you. And sure enough, the dog led the officer straight to the child. The officer says he's patrolled that area before and after and hasn't seen that dog since. Can dogs be angels? Who knows? Ladies and gentlemen, that was our first story. Now, this second story is freaking crazy too. It's just a trippy story here. Now, this one doesn't have actual footage, but check this out, okay? Something straight out of a comedy sketch, okay? But it's 100% real. February 8th, okay, 10 days ago, in England, a guy steals tobacco. It's a random guy stealing tobacco. He bolts from the police, jumps a fence into a farm field to escape. Thinks he's clever, right? Enter the 8 llamas. Tall, fluffy, 6-foot guardians owned by the Graham Oliver and Heidi Price. These guys hear the commotion, gallop over in the dark, and form a perfect circle around the thief. These llamas. These llamas, they're not spitting. They're not charging at them. They just surround them very tight. And then they start their warning call. Have you guys ever heard of a warning call by a llama? Check this out, dude. This is what it sounds like, bro. Imagine 8 of these making that call. What the heck is this? Imagine 8 llamas, bro, surrounding you. You're just stole tobacco, and you're in a random field, and you're surrounded by these guys, and they're going. Right? Is that crazy or what? Okay. It sounds like an old, I don't know what it sounds like. It sounds crazy though. And the llamas hold the line like pros, right? Citizens arrest style, until the owners rush over, alerted by the noise. The police then arrive and they cart the guy off. Heidi says that they acted responsibly, effectively, in an organized manner. Quite frankly, better police work than some humans. It's unbelievable, guys. These 8 llamas saved the day. They saved the day, bro. They stopped the thief from taking the tobacco. What do you guys think? These stories are crazy, right? Now, this is the last story for what the heck is this show called again? Good Loaves Rising, bro. Now this one is a miracle. Oh, the first one was a miracle too. That dog saving that 3-year-old. The second one was funny. You know, someone stole tobacco, whatever. But this one's insane, bro. Check it out. This is Australia. Okay. The Western Australia Geography Bay. Okay. All right. So early February off here in Australia, a family, a mom, Joanne, a 13-year-old Austin Appleby, and his 2 younger siblings were out in a kayak when rough currents sweep them out of the sea. Take that back. They take them out to sea, not off the sea. Takes them out to sea on a kayak, mind you. And the kayak starts taking water in. The panic sets in. The mom makes one of the toughest calls ever. She sends Austin, the 13-year-old, the strongest swimmer, to ditch his life jacket for less drag and swim for help. Son, the water's getting in the kayak. Got you 2 younger siblings here. They're not going to be able to swim. I can't leave them by themselves. You, Austin, you need to go out and look for help. Imagine being that 13-year-old, dude. Look at this water, bro. Look at this water. Look at it. I don't know about that. So this kid, this 13-year-old, he swims for 4 hours in choppy water, cold waves. For the first 2 hours out of the 4, he had his life jacket on. So the mom was like, take it off. It's going to drag you. The son's like, no. I'm going to wear it at least for a little bit. Wears it for 2 hours, and for the next 2 hours, he takes it off. Covers about 2.5 miles. Then he reaches the shore. Then sprints over a mile to the rescuers. The rescuers call it superhuman. They launch and find the mom and the kids still afloat. And they bring everyone home safe. Austin later says, I was really scared. I just did what I had to do. The mom said it was one of the hardest decisions I ever made. But he made it, and the family was reunited. Hailed as a hero without even seeking the title.
I just keep swimming. I do breaststroke, I do freestyle, I do survival backstroke.
13-year-old Austin Appleby achieved a superhuman feat. For 4 hours, he swam through rough waters to save his mother and 2 siblings who had swept out to sea.
I think at one point I was thinking of Thomas the Tank Engine. Trying to get the happiest things in my head and trying to make it through.
The family were holidaying in Quindalup, south of Perth in Western Australia, when a calm day out on paddleboards and kayaks turned near tragedy. The weather changed and strong winds pushed them offshore into dangerous waves. Austin's mother, Joanne, says it was one of the hardest things she's ever done, sending her son to find help.
Look, in the beginning it was, we're going to be fine. Austin's going to make it back, and as we could see him in the distance as he was getting into the bluer water and the lighter water, I was like, oh, he's got this, that's fine. As time went on, I was like, why? I haven't seen anyone come.
I had the life jacket and the kayak for 2 hours, and then for the next 2 hours I was just swimming with no life jacket.
When he reached the sand, unscathed except for sore legs, Austin then sprinted 2 kilometres to find a phone. Emergency services were deployed, and his family was rescued some 14 kilometres from shore. They had been floating at sea for around 10 hours.
All 3 of them made it. That was all that mattered.
The teenager is being praised for his remarkable courage.
For his remarkable courage. Bro, think back when you were 13 years old. Bro, I didn't even know how to swim at 13. Matter of fact, I just learned how to swim like a year before COVID. Okay, so if I was that 13-year-old, I would have not made it. I would have been, my mom would be like, go out there, find help. What? All right. I would have died, bro. God forgive me my sins. Good thing I was not put in a position like that. But think back, y'all. If you were 13 years old, back when you were 13 years old, how would you handle a situation like that? Let's just say this. Because we're gonna be in scenarios where it's intense, right? A very trippy situation. This music's very funny, by the way. He said that he was thinking about happy thoughts while he was swimming in the water. Mind you, he was in the water for 4 hours. He was unscathed, but he had sore legs. But bro, he's in the water 4 hours swimming. And he was trying to keep happy thoughts, thinking about Thomas the Train. Remember that. If you're in an intense situation, keep your mind clear. Keep your eyes on the prize. What's the objective? And stay positive thinking. I'm going to make it. I'm going to get through this. I got what it takes. That superhuman comes out of you. We have so much potential on what the human can actually achieve. If you're high in anxiety, well, some anxiety is good, right? I don't know. Oh, no. Some stress is good, not anxiety. Get rid of the anxiety. Get rid of the terror. Get rid of the negative thoughts. Oh, I'm not going to make it. I'm going to drown. What? Dude, sharks? Bro, sharks, jellyfish, stingrays, RP Sting Irwin. Hell no to them stingrays, bro. Piranhas. Do they got those in Australia? I don't know, but shout out Austin for saving his family, man. That's a good story. So there you have it, folks. 3 beautiful stories here and good lows rising. Tune in to the next show. We'll have another 3 additional stories to lighten up the mood and give your heart some food, bro. So this was the first legit stream. I had fun. We're not done yet, but I'm saying I had fun. This is around the time where we'll do our interview, but we don't have any guests yet. Matter of fact, I have 5 subscribers on YouTube. Start. It's good. I like it. Thank you. I would love to interview anybody. If you work for a phone company or you scam people on the phone from India, or maybe you're a baker in Hawaii, or maybe you live in Canada and you want to move to the United States, or maybe you converted to Judaism. Like, I want to hear anybody's story. Maybe you breed dogs. I want to hear it all, dude. Tell your story. I want to ask you questions. I want to pick at your brain. I want you to share your story. There's a lot of you out there that want to share a story. Let me be the guy to interview you, bro. Let me be that guy. Maybe you're the only fire department that has a Dalmatian. Let me interview you, bro. What? Is that a thing still, dude? Another thing too is I would love, maybe through the interviewing process, I could find a co-host, because I want to find someone from Japan or Spain or perhaps Mexico, so we could learn Spanish and Japanese together. Why not? Why not, bro? I mean, before we end the show, let's learn some right now, bro. Let's learn some Japanese and wait, I already know English. Let's learn some Japanese and Spanish, bro. But before we do that, let's see how many earthquakes happened today, dude. Boom, 25 earthquakes. Way fewer than yesterday. Yesterday we had 37 earthquakes. Today, 25 earthquakes. 4.9. No, what's the most? 5.2. The Atlantic Ridge. 4.9 is Russia. Russia got hit hard today. Wow. Whoa, what's going on here? Wow, look at that, guys. Russia got hit with a 4.9, and then the Atlantic Ridge 5.2. I didn't even know that place existed. I failed geography class. But that was this song, dude. What the? All right, guys. Let's learn some Japanese and I keep saying English, Japanese, and Spanish, bro. What should be the first line we say? This music's weird, bro. You know, anything and everything holds energy, right? What the hell does this song say? I don't know. Welcome to the show. Nah, let's do something different. Oh, have a good night. Have a good night in Spanish.
Que tengas buenas noches.
Que tengas buenas noches.
Que tengas buenas noches.
Que tengas buenas noches. Que tengas buenas noches. Que tengas buenas noches. Have a good night. Guys, chat. Say it with me.
Que tengas buenas noches.
Que tengas buenas noches. Tengas and buenas sounds the same.
Que tengas buenas noches.
Que tengas buenas noches. I think that's going to be easy to learn because it has such a rhythm to it. Que tengas buenas noches. Que tengas buenas. When you speak Japanese, I might be dyslexic, guys. I might be dyslexic. Look, dude. Spanish, you use your tongue a lot. Use your tongue. So we gotta get the tongue muscle moving, and then we'll get the hang of speaking Spanish. So before we go forward, guys, I want to learn Spanish and Japanese. But as the audience gets bigger, and you guys have a language you want to recommend learning too, write it in the comment section. What if it's Russian? What if it's German? Super dope. Let's learn it. But let's have an agreement on what you guys. We'll do the one with the most likes or something. Have a good night. Have a good night. Que tengas buenas or buenos? Buenas.
Que tengas buenas noches.
No, it's buenos.
Que tengas buenas noches.
Buenos. Que tengas buenas noches. Que tengas buenas noches. Fire, dude. All right. Have a good night in Japanese.
おやすみなさい。
Huh?
おやすみなさい。
Oyasumi nasai. Oyasumi nasai.
おやすみなさい。
Oyasumi ni. It's sumi ni. Oyasumi ni na. Oyasumi ni nasai.
おやすみなさい。
Oh, oyasumi ni. Oyasumi ni sai. Oyasumi ni sai.
おやすみなさい。
Oh, oyasumi ni ya. Oyasumi na sai. Oyasumi ni nasai. Oyasumi ni nasai.
おやすみなさい。
Why do I keep hearing it different? Oyasumi ni nasai. Oyasumi ni nasai. It's like a part of your brain isn't used to the language, so you're like, your brain's like, what's going on here? It's trying to climb a wall you never climbed before, bro. Oyasumi ni nasai. Oyasumi ni.
おやすみなさい。
Oyasumi ni asai. Oyasumi ni. Oyasumi ni asai. Oyasumi ni asai. I hate this song.
おやすみなさい。
Oyasumi ni asai.
おやすみなさい。
Oyasumi ni asai.
おやすみなさい。
Oyasumi nasai. Oyasumi ni asai. And then que tengas buenas noches. Que tengas buenas noches. Que tengas say it with me, chat. Guys, say it with me. Que tengas buenas noches. And then that means have a good night in Spanish. Now in Japanese, it's oyasuminasai. Oyasuminasai.
おやすみなさい。
Oyasuminasai. Que tengas buenas noches. You guys, I hate this song. You guys, if you make music and it's royalty free, email me. I need some like cool background music. I'm getting tired of this crap right here. I don't want to hear this music no more, bro. Guys, comment down below. Help me find a title for this show. I need a title. I don't have a title for it yet. My name is Baker Online. Thank you for watching. I'd love to have you. If you want to be on air, I'd love to have you. DM me on X. This is the outro, guys. This is the outro. Let's put some like let's put some royalty free music, but let's put some like intense. Here you go, epic. Better be no ads here. If there's an ad, I don't want to listen to it. I don't want to listen to it, bro. I want something intense as we leave. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching tonight's stream. We'd love to have you on air. DM me on X, Baker Online. DM me on TikTok, Baker Online. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Baker Online. Give me a follow everywhere. Baker Online is the name for all of those platforms. Turn on the notification, bro. Hit the bell. Tell your friends about me. We will build an audience. My name is Baker. Happy Chinese New Year. Happy New Moon. And before we end, let's remember Matthew chapter 6 verse 33. But seek first the kingdom and its righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Peace. Remember, don't be a cheater. Oh, that's going hard. All right. Everything's messed up now.